So, hi Ojasvi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much.
Congratulations on scoring 99.48 percentile in CAT 2020.
Okay, so thank you so much.
So, can you
It
tell us
was
about your preparation journey when you started preparing for CAT and all that?
okay. So to start with, I started preparing for CAT 2020 in August 2020
Okay,
because once I had given a CAT in 2019 while I was working with L&T Constructions, but the job was asking me too much time, so I couldn't prepare that much while giving to CAT 2019. The job was like from 8 a.m. in the morning to 9 p.m. in the morning, that too working on site. So it
okay,
was physically very tiring. And when I get back home during that time, I was not able to even look at the phones and check the messages that I've got during the day. So as I had filled the form in CAT 2019, I just went in write CAT 2019.
okay,
So to see if I can actually make it if I'm going to give it next year. So I got some around 86 percentile in CAT 2019. Uh, and as I'm a general engineer male, I didn't expect any of the calls, so the same happened. So then the lockdown happened, and uh, I thought that I will quit the job and I would go back and
okay,
then start preparing for CAT 2020.
okay,
So I quit my job in July 2020 and then started my preparation in August. I did not take any of the online or the offline coachings, but I completely rely on my self study and just took the mocks of different coachings so that I can maximize whatever I already know and capitalize on my strengths. And so to work on my weaknesses, see the as an engineer, quant was my strong point. So I had a little fear in it, but VRC was something that was troubling me. So I started working on it. So while writing the mocks, I eventually got habituated to VARC, but I couldn't capitalize it in CAT during the D-Day. So yeah,
great. So, you went on from scoring 86 percentile in your first attempt to 99 plus in your second attempt. So, what changes did you
yeah,
make to improve this? It's a great improvement. So, what changes did you make?
yeah. So first thing that I would like to mention for everyone who will be writing CAT the next year or in the years ahead, that a peer group is very important while you're preparing for CAT. If you around the students who have the same thinking as you do, so it solves 50% of your problems. You
Right.
One thing that I would definitely like to mention to all the CAT aspirants ahead, that a peer group is very much helpful while you're preparing for CAT because it solves 50% of your issues. It helps you to capitalize on your strengths, and you can share your weaknesses with them. They might having the same weaknesses, and you can work collaboratively to work on them. Like my weakness was VARC, so we did past year papers and past year mocks as sectional timings. So to work on them and go ahead, it was a mutual benefit for all of us.
Okay. So you said you quit your job and you started preparing for CAT since August 2020. So do you think it's a good decision to quit one's job and prepare for CAT alone?
Yeah, I would say that if you ever believe in yourself, like I've said that when I wrote CAT 2019, I went with that thought to check if I would be able to write it next year,
Okay.
if I would prepare wholeheartedly. So yeah, if you have that comfort and the courage to do that, definitely quitting a job during this ongoing pandemic was a tough decision. But
Okay.
I took it because I had a belief that I would be able to score something this year.
Right. So how did Krakow mock tests and sectional tests help you during your preparation?
So yeah, as I mentioned that during CAT 2019, I didn't take any of the mocks. I just go and wrote the exam on the D-Day.
Right.
But this year, when I started in August, I took Krakow a little late, but the sectionals were too good. Uh, Basically, I took the sectionals of quants to maximize my scores, to check if I would be able to do it in 60 minutes, the 34 questions earlier, or the any number of questions in 40 minutes. Quants was good, the level was good, the framing of the questions were good. It helped me very much. While coming to VARC, the Krakow RCs were good in that way that it has many of the RC's questions have two close options.
Okay.
So I always faced a difficulty while choosing the two close option and ended up marking the wrong one. So it helped me in that way.
Right. So, what did you do to stay motivated during your preparation? Like, did you ever feel like giving up, and or how did you handle that?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, that the peer group is very important.
Right.
So while preparing, definitely you get bad days and you had good days. So I always had believed that in one of the quotes that I had heard from someone,
Okay.
that which is, I would like to mention it in Hindi,
Sure.
that kal fir subah hogi. You fall every day, but you have to rise the next day. You may get lesser scores, you may get good higher scores, but you have to keep yourself motivated while you are giving a mock or any of the questions you are attempting.
Great. So, can you tell us what was the most challenging section for you, and how did you strategize? Like, what was your strategy in that section?
So my most challenging section at that time and even today is VRC. So I took past year papers, took numerous sectionals and past year mocks in a time-based environment. So to ensure that if I would be able to make the number of questions that I'm marking count, and discussed that sectionals and all the mocks with my peer group on Zoom calls or Google Meets, etc. So I worked the most on the VRC, but unfortunately I couldn't capitalize it that much on the D-Day. But yeah, if you work towards any of your weak points, then you will definitely get some of the learnings from it. And even if you cannot capitalize it in that section, it will definitely help you in any of the sections in the CAT.
Great. So, can you tell us about your strategy that you followed in all the three sections?
Not a well-defined strategy, but
Okay.
during while attempting VARC, I used to do VA section the first because I had a little confidence in doing that because
Okay.
it was not too much to read and the points I was able to connect very quickly. So VA was my a little strong point. Then in DILR, I had a quick review of the entire paper in 2 to 3 minutes so that I could see which of the sets I'm going to take and which of the sets I'm going to leave without giving it a read. And in quant sets, it was my strengthful section. So I always thought to go it to make it in one go. But yeah, if you make it in rounds, as people say, then it is also a good option to go to attempt the paper.
Right. So, can you tell us what are some of the big mistakes you've done during your preparation, and what did you learn from them?
Some of the mistakes that I did was if I got very low score in mocks, then I used to
Okay.
think that if I will be able to make it on the D-Day or not. But the peer group has helped me a lot
Right.
while preparing. They have kept me motivated that mock scores are just to know if you're in the right direction or not. So yeah, analyzing too much on the mock scores or the percentiles does not help you in the long term. It is you and your confidence that will that will help you keep going.
Great. So, can you tell us about your exam day? Like, how was it? Did CAT go according to your strategy? What surprises did it throw?
Yeah. See, on the CAT day, I just called one of my friends to know
Okay.
what are the number of questions that are there in each of the sections and how is the DILR section distributed. Like it is a change this year. There were
Right.
two 6 question each sets and 3 4 question each sets. So I just wanted to know the number of questions in each of the sets and the total number of questions so that I would have a strategy while going in that I will attempt the paper certainly. So see the while CAT 2019 was a 3 hour paper. There were 100 questions, and CAT 2020 suddenly the paper pattern got changed. But this paper pattern that changed proved to be a blessing for me because the score that I was getting while writing a 3 hour mock were the same as I was writing a 2 hour mock.
Okay.
So I was scoring around 110, 120 while writing a 3 hour mock, and the same score around 100 and 110 in a 2 hour mock. So it was a blessing for me. So yeah, I would say that D-Day more or less went the same I expected, except the VRC thing because I had worked too much on it and I thought that I'll be able to make it count.
Great. So, according to you, what was that one most important thing that actually helped improve your scores in any section?
Again, one more thing, whatever you are attempting, try to attempt in a time-based environment
Okay.
and try to discuss it with your friends as much as possible because getting diverse points from different minds will always help you. If you are stuck in in two of the options, then if someone got it right, how he got it right, and how will you be able to get it right the next time? So yeah, working with the friends and the peer group definitely helps you too much. I'm putting too much stress on the peer group because it has
Right.
been a complete turnaround for me.
Great. So finally, are there any other tips that you would like to give the future CAT aspirants?
To all the people who will be taking CAT next year or in the years ahead, just keep yourself calm, because as we saw in CAT 2020, the paper was not who knows the most, it was who keeps himself more calm while writing the test. So yeah, keep yourself calm, try to maximize your strengths and work on your weaknesses as and when required.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Ojasvi. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tushar, and thank you, Crackyu, for helping me with my preparation.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, yeah, okay.